you tired of the typical libraries with conventional music that makes you feel meh? Introducing Leerecs.com, the music website made for and by minds like you. Our team are lifelong musicians and producers in love with music. Search the Leerecs music catalogs and find music with guaranteed originality. Mark the difference with music of signature at Leerecs.com.
So we're here with Reed in Songbirds. It's a fantastic foundation for musicians and about music. And I'm going to let you take the floor and introduce yourself.
Yeah, I'm Reed Caldwell. I'm the executive director of the Songbirds Foundation and the Songbirds Guitar and Pop Culture Museum. Yeah, we're sitting here today in the museum.
And you are in?
Chattanooga, Tennessee. Yeah, right in the middle of the historic Chattanooga Choo Choo complex. It's great. We love it. Right on Station Street, right where everything happens, and we're just happy to be here and have the museum. We just finished redoing it last year, and we're just excited to get back in the swing of things.
Well, I can tell you, I'm fortunate that they let me in to take a look and take a peek, and this place is amazing. The kind of inspiration that you get and everything you can see is fantastic. You also have live music, right? Sometimes?
Yeah, we do. We have lots of live music. We do, on average, like 2 to 3 shows a week. And we do stuff. We've had Steve Earle. We've had Emily Harris has played here. We've had like Eric Gales. We got coming up. We got Leo Kotke's coming. A lot of really like big heavy hitters. We're doing a master class with Eric Johnson in the spring. Just lots of great players that come. And we also got other stuff like Americana bands. We got Amanda Shires coming up. A lot of really good performers. A great place to see a show because it's super intimate. We only seat about 230. We've got a great stage and the sound system's excellent. So it's a really, really nice listening room if you really want a good, personalized experience with a band that you love. It's a good place to see a show.
It's a great place, and I am going to show you a few pictures. The stage is amazing, fantastic, and the place is, like he's saying, very intimate, and it's a great place to watch music, absolutely. Is there any way for aspiring emerging musicians to get to play here?
Yeah, well, there's a lot of that we do. I'll just start by saying we do a lot for emerging musicians because the whole point of this place, from when you're looking around here, you see all the exhibits and the vintage guitars and all the stuff that you can do while you're here. You see the concerts and everything we do here is to support our Guitars for Kids program. And our Guitars for Kids program is a huge program. We give away about 1,000 free guitars every year to kids all across the South. This year we're expanding our program to Mississippi, Alabama, Missouri, Florida, and North Carolina. We've already got programs all across the state of Tennessee and down into Georgia. And basically what we do is for every $100 we raise, we're able to give a kid a guitar and teach them 10 to 12 weeks of free lessons and provide them with in-depth cognitive, goal-driven music therapy. So we've got this big program where we're going out, and we started this whole thing basically to combat the decline of arts and music education in our public schools. That's always the first thing on the chopping block. First thing to go away when you talk about funding cuts to schools, especially public schools, is art and music. And so we did this whole thing to basically ensure that kids have a hands-on music education. So they're actually getting to put their hands on an instrument and play that instrument. So we partner with school systems all over the place. We train teachers within that system how to play the guitar, how to deliver our curriculum, and then we provide them with everything they would need to deliver that curriculum to their classroom, which is usually like a set of 30 or 40 guitars and then all the curriculum and strings and picks and bags and all that stuff. Then we also employ music therapists to go out and work with kids who have been gone through some traumatic thing in their life, or maybe they have ADHD or autism, or they've got some other thing that they need to work through in their lives. And we send music therapists out to work directly with physical therapists to help kids accomplish goals. Like, for example, we had a kid that had a traumatic brain injury at a young age, and they were working with a physical therapist to regain mobility in their head and neck. And so our music therapist went in and they met with the physical therapist, and they established their goals of what they would try to accomplish. And within like 8 weeks, they were able to get the kid moving their head to the left and the right. So all the stuff we do here is to fund that program. So if you come see a show, or you buy a beer, or you buy some merch or whatever, it all goes back to that Guitars for Kids program. So we're all about the emerging artists.
That is amazing. And like you were saying very well, like music is itself a therapy, or way means to a way to therapy, to a cure of anything, whether it's a heartbreak or something more dramatic. Yeah, music is one of the best ways. Okay, so what's the best way that people can help if you're not here in person?
Yeah, I mean, there's a million ways you can help support that program. I mean, we're a 501c3 not-for-profit organization, so anyone can make a tax-deductible donation to the foundation anytime at songbirdsfoundation.org. That's the simplest way if you're not here in town. Also, if you know of a school system that's in desperate need of guitars, sometimes we can make that happen as well. But making an outright donation is a great way to support the program. I mean, also just make the trek. Make the trek to Chattanooga. See the exhibits. They're great. They're all hands-on. They have like really great storytelling. And they talk a lot about the power of the guitar. You know, we got this exhibit here, that walks you through the timeline of rock and roll. It tells a more accurate story of, how the guitar has been used as a weapon of social change over the years, over the decades, and been like at the forefront of, the civil rights movement and things like that, or the women's liberation movement and things. It's just a really cool way to kind of look at the guitar and frame it in a way where you're talking about some sort of social movement. But, there's tons of ways to get involved. Come see a show. Come enjoy the show, or just go to our website and check it out. See if you like that. Make a donation.
Make a donation, and also come here. Really, the place is fantastic. The city is beautiful, and this place is really incredible. It's really worth it.
Yeah. So we've got, the new exhibits we've got. We just redid everything. Of course, we've still got our huge collection of vintage guitars. We've got, Dwayne Allman's 61 Les Paul, which, most people will tell you it's an SG, but it isn't. So in 1961, the SG style body was the Les Paul standard for that couple of years when they were having their little feud with Les Paul. But the one he played over there, it's the red SG style. It's over here. We've got, Chuck Berry's guitar, and we've got, Loretta Lynn, and tons of really famous guitars. But we've also got this side over here is really focused on the steam educational stuff. It talks about how sound works, how the guitar works, how pickups work, how amps work, what distortion is, lots of buttons and things for you to push. We kind of designed some of this with kids and families in mind. But like if you go over here in the What is Sound exhibit, I see like 45-year-olds holding down the Beastie Boys button in the sound thing longer than any kid ever held it down. So it's a pretty fun exhibit for everyone to kind of just see. You can go over there and you can play with all the old vintage pedals and see what they sound like. We've got the amp wall. My buddy Andy Wood, who's a fantastic guitar player from Knoxville, came down. We spent a couple of days recording all these pedals and all these amps to kind of get where when you push a button, you can really hear what they sound like. So it's a really fun thing to do, just to kind of see what it's like.
Absolutely, I can attest to that. You'll see some of the pictures, but this is to experience in person, absolutely. Okay, so what would you like these to become for the foreseeable future?
What would I like for the place to become?
Yes.
I think right now our main goal is just to kind of become a clearinghouse of all things music, Chattanooga especially. Meaning that Chattanooga has always had this really robust music scene, especially in the past. We had the Big Nine, which is not here anymore, but it's now Martin Luther King Boulevard, which was the Big Nine was a black-owned cultural hub that basically went from the river to the mountain. It's just like hundreds and hundreds of black-owned businesses had like this huge, robust history of just big shows, and bands like the Impressions came out of here, and we had Clyde Stubblefield's from here, and he was in a couple of house bands on the Big Nine. And our goal is just to kind of become a clearinghouse of all those stories. We've also got a great steep history in bluegrass and a lot of other things, and to try to be the storyteller and kind of keeper of those stories and kind of help propagate that and really, let people know about Chattanooga as a music scene, because we're kind of overshadowed by, Memphis and Nashville, who've done a really good job of marketing their music scene. And Chattanooga's kind of on the way up now of trying to get to the point where we're, really talking about our history and really embracing that history that we have and really kind of moving forward as a music destination. And Songbirds is here to do just that, to help promote music, also to help create the next generation of players and music appreciators and people who will go out and buy a ticket to a place.
Yes.
I mean, things you see so much in our society now, that things that, that are music oriented, things have changed dramatically, and people aren't, maybe they don't go out and see shows as much as they did. And, we're trying to make sure that we, by exposing kids at a young age to, music and hands-on guitar education, I think it helps kind of create that next generation that will help spur the music economy in the state. So we're just doing a lot of work to kind of become more of a regional organization, expanding down into Mississippi and Alabama, and really just trying to help some of the schools in the South who've really struggled financially to really kind of have a good, robust music program. Just something simple like that.
It's
no big deal.
No big deal, right?
We're here to systemically change music education in the South. Something like that.
Well, it's the only way is to envision it.
Yeah.
And believe in it. All right. So, remind me, your foundation is Guitars for Children.
That's Guitars for Kids is the overarching program. So it's Songbirds Foundation is the name of the foundation, and the foundation runs the Songbirds Guitar and Pop Culture Museum. And then we also run the Guitars for Kids program, which encompasses the music therapy portion, the Guitars in Schools program, and our partner program, which is we go out and partner with organizations all across the city and teach guitar lessons there. We send our guitar teachers in and deliver lessons. It's a big program across a lot of space.
Yes. It's a beautiful and it's a very, very important mission. And, we were very, very privileged and lucky to be here with Reed today and to tell us everything about this wonderful program and everything they're trying to do. So check it out, come here and contribute and enjoy it. Thank you, Reed.
Thanks, yeah.
Are you tired of the typical libraries with conventional music that makes you feel meh? Introducing Leerecs.com, the music website made for and by minds like you. Our team are lifelong musicians and producers in love with music. Search the Leerecs music catalogs and find music with guaranteed originality. Mark the difference with music of signature at Leerecs.com.